outrageous the fact that Secretary Mayorkas begins his congressional testimonies and hearings with blaming Donald Trump, so all of you for electing him, and Congress, where it's the executive branch who has fought in court for decades to say, this is our role, we get to secure the border.
We inherited a broken and dismantled system that is already under strain. It is not built to manage the current levels and types of migratory flows. Only Congress can fix this.
It's not built to manage the current levels and types of migratory flows because you have removed the Remain in Mexico standard, the law that we had in place that said you're not coming into the United States until it's adjudicated, number one. Number two, you just said, come on in. And number three, you're then dispersing the illegal people that come in throughout the United States.
They came in and dismantled every Trump policy they could right off the bat, creating a crisis at our border the moment Joe Biden took the oath of office.
Why did they change Talon? Why that policy, which was involving sex trafficking? Why these other policies are changed? Why stay in Mexico and change? But listen to what Mayorkas says.
We have effectively managed an unprecedented number of non-citizens seeking to enter the United States and interdicted more drugs and disrupted more smuggling operations than ever before. A significant increase in migrant encounters will strain our system even further, and we will address this challenge successfully. But it will take time, and we need the partnership of Congress, state and local officials, NGOs, and communities to do so.
So they're never going to get this fixed.
Right. He's just saying it's going to be a disaster. Give us time. How much time? How many Americans have to die? How many more terrorists do we need to allow in? How many more
sex traffickers,
gang members and sex traffickers? I mean, really, shut it down.
We're not treating this like what it is. It's an attack on the United States. And if you've got an attack on the United States that's aiming at people in their 20s and 30s, primarily, not exclusively, but that's where a lot of this is going on the drugs. And then you've got the sex trafficking, which is as low as, what they say, 14 years old is the average?
Yeah.
Brought into sex trafficking throughout the United States.
So guess how much money they're spending of your taxpayer dollars to dismantle a wall that was working in the middle of a crisis at our southern border. Take a listen.
The wall projects, the majority of them rest in the jurisdiction of the Army Corps of Engineers. Those that we ourselves control, I believe that the cost of discontinuing them is approximately $72 million, and I will follow up with you to ensure the accuracy of my statement.
I want you to think about this. A border wall that worked, we're going to get rid of so that we could spend another $72 million of your money instead of controlling the situation at the border. And then let's get it Remain in Mexico. Let's move that out. And then Operation Talon, why do we need that? Are we that concerned about sex trafficking? Well, the American people are.
Congress, by the way, has given them all the tools that they want. I mean, you could give them more tools if you had more Republicans in Congress, but it wouldn't matter because Joe Biden wouldn't take those tools and use them. Neither would Mayorkas. They are spending $72 million taxpayer dollars to dismantle the wall.
Everybody knows we had the border completely closed. We were dealing with individuals, and it's now skyrocketed into a crisis. We've got Democrats and independents that are very concerned about what is happening. Mayorkas is a total failure, and Republicans need to act quickly. This is a border. This is about safety and security and national security.
It is an invasion of the United States by drug traffickers, criminal gangs,
sex traffickers,
terrorists, and illegal actors.
He says that Congress has to fix this. Look, maybe there's some things that Congress can do. And by the way, there's some Democrats that are ready to do that. But Jordan, we throw around this Title 42. Title 42 is a statute. It's 42 U.S.C. Section 265. Congress already passed that. The president already signed it. It's already there for the president to use, and they are not using it. So for him to say this is up to Congress to fix when he's not using the statutes that he already has, Jordan, I think it's dereliction of duty.
They want the crisis at the border. They are playing a long game. They think 30 years from now, they'll be the party that legalizes this group of illegal immigrants, and they'll get the votes. So they'll deal with the human atrocities. They'll accept the sex trafficking. They'll accept the drugs from China and fentanyl. They'll even accept a few terrorists crossing through. They'll accept all of this chaos for politics.